Bob, you're a very successful man, both personally and professionally. I'd like to hear about some of the people and situations that have helped make you the man that you are today. To begin, what can you tell us about your ancestors?
Well, I know very little about my paternal grandparents. Uh, the fact is that my father took off from home at the age of 19, a place called Vinica. He just graduated from Berdichev, which was the outstanding rabbinical seminary at the time in Eastern Europe. So Pop left and came over here all by himself. I'll tell you the whole story about his coming in a moment. On his side, though, interestingly enough, around the 14th century, there was a pogrom in the town of Born in Holland, and about half the Jews were killed. The balance took off. Some of them took the name of the town. That's where my name comes from. And the only other thing that I can think about is I had a great-great-grandfather, maybe great-great-great, but he had been a circus master in Italy, and he used to take the troupe around Europe. And at one point, the troupe was up just north of Odessa, and they ran into trouble financially, and they had no money to get back home to Italy. And that's why my father's family settled in this town called Vinica. As far as my own grandparents were concerned, I had a grandfather who was a tailor. He was a wonderful guy. He had been in Berlin, grown up there, but unfortunately, there was so much prejudice at the time that his family kicked him out. And his great sin, he married a Russian Jew. So the two of them took off and came to America. And he opened up a shop in what is now called Harlem in New York, a tailor shop. And I remember his making me a little overcoat when I was just knee-high to a grasshopper. And he used to take me to the movies occasionally on a Saturday afternoon. We'd stop off in a bakery shop and he'd get me a big sugar cookie. Fortunately, he lived in the same apartment building 2 floors above ours in Brooklyn, along with his 2 sons, Irv and Jack. And I had a wonderful time with these 2 uncles of mine. The one in particular, who was an engineer, at the age of 4 would take me around Brooklyn and New York and show me the various bridges and explain to me the difference between a suspension bridge and a Fink truss and cantilever construction, so that he really got me so involved in engineering at the age of 4